All right, guys, here we are to talk about the trailer for the movie Above the Shadows. Above the Shadows. Jim Gaffigan in what looks like a dramatic action-y role.
Yeah, we see a dude with like a glove, like he's doing a sparring thing, and you were like, that was like that comedian, like, but that can't be. And we scrolled down, it's Jim Gaffigan. So
yeah, that's
I don't know why you cast Jim Gaffigan in your movie.
Well, if you're a boxer, you need a dude in your corner to give you hot pockets.
So he's that guy? He's like,
I think he's
give me
Mick.
some hot pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, you need fast speed or whatever. No, that's
Is that
fine.
Megan Fox or just some broke?
I don't know who these people are.
We'll find out when
they don't say the names up on the thing.
Well,
we'll know once we.
Why would you advertise?
Well, because you would have had to put Jim Gaffigan's name, and they're like, well, just put no names, so we don't want anybody to know about Jim Gaffigan being in our movie.
I think that would have been a huge draw.
I know, but then people would have walked in.
I would have put him shirtless, holding up the gloves.
Holding up my kids. No, we'll know once we watch the trailer, which we will do now.
So I was like really ready to be like, write this thing off. And the trailer itself didn't super entice me, but the concept really has me.
Good. So I was afraid you meant, once I found out the girl's invisible, I was like, F this.
No, that was my turning point.
Me too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's not a weird, dumb boxing movie with a love interest. I mean, it is. But it's also, the supernatural premise is that at a young age, this girl becomes invisible. Some sort of weird. And this is how I want superhero or like mutant power things to be, where like, I hate when like they scroll past the screen. It's like his power level is 330, and like, oh no, his cells, and it shows like a microscopic close-up of some dumb thing. I like it when it's this weird thing of like, I don't know how it works. Like people just don't know I'm there, and like even wearing clothes, even doing stuff, like you don't notice me somehow. Like it's like blocked out of your mind.
There's a great episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer
with this concept?
where people that are ignored, like unpopular people, you don't see them, they're not real.
Yeah.
They eventually start to become invisible from being ignored, and like old school Buffy the Vampire Slayer used to have these buttons at the end where like it would like tie it up or build it up for another week, like oh, if they were doing blah blah, it would show some eggs or this and that, and that one showed like a classroom full of empty seats and a teacher talking, and it's all these invisible kids being trained by the government, and I was like, that's amazing.
That's
and then it ends.
freaking amazing.
But this has a lot of potential. So
I'm concerned though. I think you share the same concerns because it seems like they bolted this Twilight Zone episode or Black Mirror episode onto like a boring Southpaw movie where I'm like, I don't want to watch that though.
I really want to know. There's a part where she's in the office with some guy and he's like, this girl's got a sixth sense, and she says, thank you. I'm like, isn't that person talking to you, or how's that working? Are you texting that person? Or?
He's like her editor at the magazine she works at, or like the PI, or like the tabloid, and he's like, she's the best, but she's there and he doesn't know it. He's just commenting.
Okay, I missed that.
We only work by mail. Her face is disfigured, or she's mysterious. She just gave me some line about her identity, whatever excuse they use.
Because that's a dope-ass power, because she can still interact with everything around her, but nothing can see her.
And I wonder how that works.
Can cameras see her?
Well,
because there's
one
later,
shot,
and they call her the Shadow Girl. And I didn't look at that picture close enough, but does she just appear as a black silhouette against the moon? Is she just obstructing moonlight in that photograph, or is she actually photographed?
I think he's also sort of dark too, but I think they can identify him but not her, which makes it into a whole thing. I too am fascinated by this concept.
So like, I will watch this movie just to learn more about it and hope they explain more things about it. Jim Gaffigan in a weird wig.
He's the slob dad who like visits your grave and says like, oh, we gotta move on or whatever. Like, it's perfect. That's so dumb. I love that role.
But it's also kind of filmed like a in color version of The Spirit. Like it has this weird crime noir look to a lot of these shots, and I'm like, I like that. But again, if it wasn't wrapped around this premise of like, I have to help this guy with his boxing career,
with his MMA,
but that's fine, because then you end up
career.
with this cool superhero duet thing where you have like her power, she's invisible, he's a fucking hulking monster. Together they are the invisible hulking monster team.
Defenders. It's a new spinoff. They've bought the rights to some obscure people. No, like we talk whenever powers come up of like, what would you do? How would you do this? What would you do? Whatever. And she, I love this. Oh, I have a job. I have hobbies. I have interests. I live like all these different things where it's like, wait, what? How's that possible?
What's super weird though is like she probably couldn't use the phone either.
I don't know how it works.
If they can't hear her, every communication must be through email
text,
or text.
Whatever. Yeah.
Very strange.
She probably fakes some like disability.
Well, it makes my mind run where I'm like, now what would I do in this situation? Because I'm already established this and that. How quickly could I turn this into profit? Like, I love these kind of things.
Well, because her thing happened when she was a kid. Your thing would happen like right now, and it would be different to try to deal with it, adjust, whatever. So we've said during certain other trailer things, or I've said, I know, like, well, I'm not sure if I want to watch the movie or just read the Wikipedia page about it or whatever. Are you more in the Wikipedia page camp?
I'll watch this.
Something about it makes it look good.
Because I'm picturing this as an hour and 20-minute movie. Yeah. It strikes me as something that's going to be like pretty quick.
No, and like visually, I think that it looks good enough that my answer to that
I
is
also
like I would
fighting movies,
watch it.
so this is probably fine. I just would have preferred them not mix these two genres that I like together because I think they'd be better separately. But I'm interested.
I suspect this is good. I think we're both giving this.
Oh yeah, this is a thumbs up.
This is a strong thumbs up.
Yeah,
unexpected thumbs up from a weird like.
It came out of nowhere too. 20 seconds into this, I was like, "What is this crap?"
Yeah,
and then it was like, "Oh!"
Like the little poster's like a huge face and Jim Gaffigan like in the corner and a dude with like a sparring glove on and like, is that Megan Fox? I don't even know. This whole and you're like, ugh, what are we doing here? And it turns out to be so interesting.
I'm always glad to be surprised.
I think no one knows about this probably, and like no one else will watch it ever, and that sucks.
Yeah. All right, guys, let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.